One of the most iconic themes that I think of when it comes to LEGO is the modular, the Creator Expert line, and it's something that I haven't really been into that much. I think maybe 2 years back, I did have a bunch of modulars, and for some reason I got rid of a lot of them, and I do regret that truly. But this past 2 weeks where I took my break from LEGO and YouTube, I actually did decide to pick up 2 of the relatively new modulars that LEGO has currently in production. And especially with the announcement of the brand new police modular station coming out January 1st, I did make the decision I kind of want to get back into these modulars. So I figured I'd do like a mini overview of both of these guys. I didn't think they'd necessarily warrant 2 independent review videos. So in today's video, I'm going to give you my brief thoughts on both of them, which one I like more, and more importantly, where they're going to go on my display shelf, which you might be able to already tell because it's currently empty. So to my right here, we have the LEGO Creator Expert Corner Garage. This is set number 10264. Comes with just over 2,500 pieces, 2,569 to be exact. It is recommended for ages 16 and up. And to my left here, we have the Bookshop. This is actually one of my favorite ones that LEGO has ever done. This is set number 10270. Comes with just, again, over 2,500 parts and is recommended for ages 16 and up. Now, both of these modulars, I think, have a very similar aesthetic. I think when it comes to like the dark orange or the nougat color, I think these go together really well. I will be putting these together side by side at the end of the video, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that because they do look really, really cool. Now, the Bookshop, I believe, is $179.99 and the Corner Garage is $199.99, and obviously the Corner Garage is a little bit bigger. It looks a little bit more beefy. I think my favorite part of the Corner Garage has to be the outside fuel refueling area, like the gas station. I love how it's on an angle. It's not necessarily on a perpendicular line, which is pretty cool. Another really cool part of the set I like was actually the car. It is a tow truck. The back does go up and down with the little knob on the top, which is nice. Now, unfortunately, the hook actually doesn't extend. There is no string to it, but that doesn't really matter for me. Now, just going very briefly floor by floor here, on the first floor, you do have what I just think is like the mechanic shop. What is really cool is there's actually an area where you can put the car on it, and then a knob outside where you can actually push and pull, so it pushes the car up in the air, so you can actually like pretend you're working on the car, which is kind of cool. And then the rest is just like a shop. You have a cash register, a till, and other sort of mechanically esque things. The second floor is unique. I think this is like a veterinarian office or something like that. So you can see here we do have the doctor, we have a bunny whom he is operating or tending to. On the outside of that area, you do have like a little living area. It does come with some sofas, a couch. There is a parrot, which I actually really like that piece, so that was really cool. Third floor is a little bit different. It's just like a living area. There's a bed, a TV, another sofa, and there's also like a fully fledged kitchen with a cupboard, I guess for like snacks and other sort of cool trinkets like that. So basically the Corner Garage is essentially like just this big living building. Like the first floor has the business, the second floor has like the veterinarian office, and then the third floor has like the living arrangement, which I honestly think looks pretty cool. And then on the very top of the roof here, you do have some really cool details, including a flower bed. You do have an area where you can open the doors as well to get in and out and up to the roof. And then you also do have like a little lounge chair with a beach umbrella, which does look really nice. As far as interior, the Corner Garage definitely does a phenomenal job of including so many different things, which I really like. As far as the exterior goes, the majority of it is made by either like these dark orange columns or large windows, and there's actually a lot of windows here, which does look pretty cool. You can see here on the edge there's a balcony. There's also some flower beds surrounding the windows, and there's also a sticker that says Dr. Jones Animal Care, which of course is the veterinarian. It says no snakes, and I agree with that. Snakes are whack. At the back of the modular, I think this is pretty much consistent for all modulars, is notably not that pleasing to look at, although ideally you would only be looking at it from this angle or this angle, so the back doesn't really matter. But overall, I mean, I think I'd probably give the Corner Garage like a 7.8 out of 10. I really like it overall. I just don't think it's too colorful, but that's not really the point, so you know, that's my fair rating for the Corner Garage. The next one, which is my favorite out of the 2, is the Bookshop. Again, this retailed for $179.99. Now, I really love the contrast of colors. There's so much going on. You have the nougat, you have the dark red, you have the tree, which has like the autumn fall colors of the bright orange and yellow and all that kind of stuff. And you do have the buildings that are separated by color. You have the dark nougat color of Birch Bookshop, and then you also have, right next to it, you have like a living area that is blue. So I think the color contrast looks really nice. I always love seeing it sort of broken up like this. The front, I love the staircase, how it goes on a diagonal. I thought that was a really cool technique that I'll try to implement in my own projects. As far as the exterior goes, like I said, you do have like a little bit of a bookshop stand right outside. You also have a really cool tree design that uses a lot of like not pins, but Technic, I guess, sleeves, if you want to call it. So that was a really interesting tree design. On the tree, you do have a really cool bird's nest and a bird as well. I think my favorite building of the two definitely has to be the blue building. I love the way the window is made. It sort of comes out like a half circle, which is really cool. It reminds you of like an old-fashioned like city apartment building. As you go inside, of course, you would see all the normal things. You do have like a coat rack with the hat and the umbrella. You do have a living space with like a coffee table, and then you also do have a small like sort of storage compartment. There are stairs which do lead upstairs, and also a door that goes to the basement. Basement's not really that exciting, so nothing too crazy to go over there. But the second floor is nice. It does have a really beautifully made bed with yellow sheets, and then of course a white pillow. And then you also have a nightstand with the lamp, and then you do also have a flower pot right next to it. The second floor does also lead to like an exterior like balcony, which is kind of cool. You can take that piece directly off, which is nice if you ever do want to play or rearrange stuff that's going on with inside of it. And on the very top, I did put the kid with the little airplane because I figured he'd be launching it from the roof and it falls on the tree, which is a pretty cool sort of fun story to tell. And then the other building is the Birch Bookshop, which is really nice. It has this very like old classic vibe to it, which I'm all for. Now again, going from floor to floor, you do have a really nicely tiled ground, which looks nice. It utilizes like a gold color, a little bit of a darker yellow and some lighter bright yellow, which is nice. There is a cash register, and of course you do have a bookshelf. You do have really nice staircases that do curve as you go up, and it leads to the second floor, which is most likely just again the living quarters of the person working. So it has a chair, you do have like a coffee mug, a light post, and you also have a clock, which actually looks pretty cool. And in the backs, again, similar to the other half of the building, there is a little balcony section which you can use to put your minifigures on as well. And then last but not least, there are the staircases that lead up to the third floor, and this does have a bed for the person who owns the shop. There also is like an aquarium, or not an aquarium, but I forget what it's called. It's like an aquarium for like lizards. If you know it, comment down below because I don't remember. And I think, like I said, overall, when you put these together side by side, although they don't exactly connect because of the trees, I think they go together really well. And that's kind of why I chose to get both of these at the same time. I also do want to get my hands on the diner and the Creative Assembly Square. I think those would also go together really well, but these are like my first two ones that I'm diving into, and I think they did do a phenomenal job with both of these models, and I think they go together really well. That's been my brief overview. I know that was probably a little bit faster. If you're looking for a more in-depth review, go check out some other videos from other channels, but that's pretty much all my ideas. Now let's go ahead and get these guys on the shelf, and I'll show you what they look like when they're all set up. So I've actually had these shelves for quite a while, but I've noticed that the shelf space in between each separate section actually has enough room for exactly 2 modulars, which are gonna look pretty crazy because I do have Diagon Alley to work on. So that will most likely take up these other 2 right here, if I'm not mistaken. But this is the final place for the garage, the corner garage, and the bookshop. I think this works pretty nicely. I do want to get rid of the sets in here. I don't think anything here particularly looks really interesting. So the plan is to finish other modulars, hopefully the police station, and then maybe one other one. I'm trying to get my hands on the diner. I did used to have the diner a while back, but if I can get the diner and the police station somewhat right here, and then maybe even one more other set right here, although I do like the way the mosaic looks in the background. But as of right now, this is going to be the area for the modulars. I'm actually really excited to get back into these. I think they make a really nice aesthetic for whatever room that you're making, and I do think out of the 2, I think I prefer the bookshop a little more. I just think there's just a little bit more detail that I have grown to like just a little bit more, but I do like how the garage is a little bit taller, so it takes up a little more space, so there's less empty space at the very top. But I think these side by side go together really well. So let me know what you guys think. Like I said earlier, I didn't really want to make a separate review video, as I don't think that'd particularly be interesting. So I figured I'd let you guys know how I'm displaying it, how it's sort of looking like right here on the back shelf. We still have a lot of sets I still have to build. I'm in the process of building the haunted house, which is going to look pretty cool. So that'll probably fit somewhere along the top here. Maybe take out the Razor Crest and put the haunted house there just to make it look a little bit taller. But I think the goal for the next few weeks is to sort of finalize how this display is going to look. There's still a lot of kind of random stuff here. Like I want to get rid of the gun chips. I want to get rid of the old Beyond the Brick mock just to make some more room. But I think like these top 2 shelves are going to be the most visible. So let me know if you guys enjoyed today's video. Of course, if you did, drop a like down below. Let me know, do you prefer the bookshop or the corner garage? I think they're both really nice, but the bookshop for me just absolutely wins it. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you later. Take it easy. Peace.